What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
And our special guest today is OAO Monci.
What up, y'all? Nice to meet y'all. OAO Monci.
What is up, my guy? How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, you know what I mean? Living life every day.
Living life every day. There's nothing more about that, man.
Yeah,
That's what you got to do. So, you're a rapper, entertainer, originally from the Toledo area, right?
Yeah. Grew up in this town right outside Defiance, Ohio.
Okay, yeah, Defi, a.k.a. Defi.
Okay.
All right, I'd love to hear it. So tell us a little bit about how you got started in music. What was your first experience with it?
My first experience with music with my cousin. His name YBK, your boy King. R.I.P. Man, he passed away last year.
Oh, rest in peace.
He was rapping back when he was in high school, and I was like 6, 7 years old, watching him just like grind out, having a little booth in his closet and everything, and just watching him do his thing, and like that inspired me a lot. It's like ever since I was 7 years old, I started like rapping. I started like writing little rhymes, trying to write verses and everything, and I've just been doing it since then. And by the time I hit like around 13, I dropped my first song, and I titled it "Mexican I'm Reppin'." I dropped it on YouTube. I had a hook with it, had a verse on it, recorded it myself on GarageBand.
Oh, love to hear it. Yeah, that gritty
just getting it. I was young, you know. I mean, I was only like 13 years old, dropping my first song, and then once I got like a freshman year of high school, me and my homie Casey, shout out Casey, we started making music together because he's been making music since he was little too, because his parents were always working with like the church music and everything, so he's always been influenced in music too. So we kind of linked up, got together. He had all the recording stuff, like even more than I had, so we just got together, put in work, dropped our first mixtape when I was a freshman in high school.
So ever since. Did your parents have a lot of influence to you on music?
And definitely my mom, like a lot of my influence comes from like Spanish and Mexican music, because like it's really very different. I feel like that's where a lot of my rhythm comes from.
It's very rhythmic.
Yeah,
very
definitely.
Rhythmic.
Yeah, and that's, I feel like that's where a lot of my rhythm comes from. A lot of Mexican music, a lot of dancing music that you can get to. 'Cause I've been listening to that since I was young.
Yeah. Okay. So like what are some of the artists?
Like we listen to a lot of Selena. I like Selena a lot. This group called Cumbia Kings, which is Selena's brother made the group. A lot of like the genre's called cumbia. It's called cumbia music. A lot of like Alacranes and a lot of like Montes. Is about just a bunch of Mexican bands, and like that was like early on childhood listening to a lot of like Mexican music.
That would just be playing throughout
and
the
then
house.
Once I started getting into like my first experience with like rap, like hip hop, like even like with like even like Mexican like rap and hip hop was like Daddy Yankee. I listened to him a lot when I was younger too. That's kind of first got me into like getting more into rap. My first like official like rap record I got into was like Nelly. Like so like I was listening to Nelly at a young
Classic.
age. Yeah, I was definitely young. I remember being real young, and I would be like andale mama ia oh. Like I was young.
That's classic.
I was young doing that, and like that's from my cousins too. Like they always show me They always show me doing all that, and that just definitely came with like the experience of how I came
up.
That's
like a different way people have kind of experienced music. You know, a lot of people, that classic, you know, Tupac, Biggie, Listen in the House, that classic stuff. But like having like a whole culture like originally behind your music.
Yeah, definitely.
Would add different. Definitely, I can already tell adds a different spice to like your music.
Yeah, 100%. Like I always want to like represent like the Hispanic culture as much as I can, because like my whole family from Mexico. Like I mean I was born here, and like I was born and raised here like in Ohio, and like but like my whole family from Mexico, and like it's definitely had a big influence on how I make music, on like what I like to represent, because like my movement's Roboto, Romigo. It's real to me, real to you, and that's my whole premise is like, you want to be real to other people, you got to be real to yourself first, and like once you're real to yourself, other people are gonna catch on to that. And like it's just make the world a better place if people are doing what they want to do and what they love to do.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
What's like a how do I want to phrase it like that? Like a super like special like Mexican moment, like kind of like growing up that you can remember, like, you know, distinct with like that good setting in the culture.
Definitely probably going to like dances at a young age, like like seeing like live bands play, and like 'cause you used to go to dances like since we were young, and like I learned how to dance too, like I could dance like Mexican music and everything. Definitely going to dances and like watching people like perform live, like bands, like they're actually playing instruments, you know what I mean? They're playing guitar, trumpets, big old trombones, like singing and like just watching people move and dance, like moving fast, they're going crazy. That's like one thing I was like, wow, like I definitely want to do that. I want to make people move like that.
Do you bring some of that influence into how your stage presence is?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it definitely tons of energy. You know what I mean? A lot of getting people's attention with what you're saying, how you say it.
How you say, yeah, it's important.
Yeah, real talk.
I mean, yeah, that's totally a different approach than. I mean, I think just experiencing that. Being able to input it into something you do right now and to give back and not let, because some people can, grow up similar setting and they're like, nah, I'm just going to be hip hop. Like, I'm not going to be like Hispanic, like add that little Hispanic
twist. A lot of people do want to hide the culture. Like,
yeah, definitely.
People need to embrace it more.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. A lot of people like, I feel like a lot of people try to be like, put in somewhere where they're really not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think definitely sticking to like your culture and like just like represent, you know what I mean? It's like, and it's not just like sticking to like one certain culture. It's just like adding an influence to something like a bigger culture, you know what I mean? Like
right.
hip hop culture.
Taking something that was originally one thing and then adding something else to it, which creates, it just makes it better.
Definitely, because it makes it grow.
And because if you really think about it, especially in mainstream hip hop or like on the charts, like people, so Hispanic music right now is really popular in pop music.
Yeah.
It really hasn't gotten to the fact of like authentic rap music. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got like Drake. Maybe he'll sing a few like Hispanic bars, but he really doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I would say like the closest thing is probably like Cardi B in an aspect, but she's also such a commercial artist. Yeah. That we don't really get to see like that authentic like grit all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a more like underground scene of like Hispanic rappers that I listen to. Like I don't know if like a lot of people have like really heard of them. A lot of people come out like out of LA, like King Lil G and like MC Sinatra, and they have a whole like AK-47 movement going down over there. And Young Drummer Boy, like they all been doing their thing and like they represent like the Hispanic culture like just as like I kind of like look at them as an influence of like how they're doing it, and like that's how like I'm trying to proceed. Because I'm saying like we're over here we're over here in the Midwest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's not really a lot of people out here doing it like
it's more like southern or coast on the coast. Yeah.
Another thing I like usually notice is like maybe I'll go through and find some like Mexican underground rappers, but it's just like that straight like we only street, we only like kill people, straight gang vibes. And what I noticed about your music, like you mix it up, like you can tell us about the streets, but you can also like calm down and just tell us like you have a regular life.
Because definitely. Like I've been like I want to say like I'm in the streets, you know what I mean, but I'm like street related, you know what I mean, like it's like how life goes, you know what I mean, it's like growing up. But like I just like to like be real about it and put.
But it's a regular life that people have. Like you're not holding a gun every day outside. Exactly. Like that might happen some days, but it's not an everyday, all day thing.
And like that's exactly, and that's like I don't want to portray that because I mean even like portraying like violence into people's heads, I don't think that's like a good thing to do. Like that's not what I'm trying to like do. I'm trying to like I said, my whole thing is about being real to yours, like trying to get people to be real to themselves and real to other people.
Yeah, the authenticity that is missed a lot nowadays for sure. So growing up, I know you are part of Doobie Gang now.
Yep.
But back in the day when you first started, you were in DeFi. You had a group too there, right?
Yep. It's the movement I got going on now, Roboto.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and I know there, you guys had, it was like a lot of local, like you and a few of your boys. How did they influence your rap, and how did that era of music and DeFi kind of expand? Like, you started just making some high school stuff. I know you had a song that they played at Prom.
Yeah, I performed at my junior and senior prom. I performed there. Okay. And like we had a song called "That Right" that like got
that's a banger. Yeah. That right,
that definitely that was crazy. Like I even had teachers come up to me singing that song. Like I was like dang, these people are actually out here like listening to the stuff and like viewing it and like showing me that they actually like know what it is. Like to me that was crazy. Like hearing people sing that song back to me for the first time, and I was like, whoa, like we got something here. Like
I think it's crazy that they let you perform junior and senior prom.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, my school would have been like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like,
but that's raw. That's
that's crazy.
No, definitely like it's like some movie stuff. You know what I mean? There's some shit that happens in the movies.
How did that happen? Did you like they just reach out to you? They like the song?
No, like what happened was like because I performed that right my junior year, and I went up to the DJ because I mean first of all I got to talk to the principal and everything and like
yeah you got to get it cleared because you don't deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, so do that and like it's like okay is it clean? I'm like I got a clean version this and that. It's like all right fine. So I went to the city because they go talk to the DJ. I was like all right bet. So like my junior year, like the juniors are in charge of setting up prom. So like we were there early setting up prom and everything, and the DJ was there setting up. When we talked to the DJ, I was like, I got a song. I was like, can you play the song for me? He's like, it's me, this and that, and he was like, oh yeah, I got you. He's like, you want the microphone? I'm like, yeah, give me the microphone. Yeah. So he gave me the microphone and like went out in the middle of the dance floor. Everyone's surrounding me. Camera phones are out, lights are out. People are going
was
crazy.
Was you like a swaggy suit or?
Oh yeah,
got to be.
Okay, I'm picturing.
So what color was the suit though? Was it black or all white?
My junior year, I had a red and gray suit. I had a whole gray suit.
Ooh, red and gray.
Oh, that's nice.
I had a whole gray suit with the red underneath.
Okay, gray
with
suit.
Bow tie and everything.
That's dope because people usually only go black or white. Like usually with the.
I had a gray suit. I rocked some white Air Forces too.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that's straight like rapper entrance.
Suit with some Air Force Ones on.
Yep.
That's legendary. So that was your junior year prom, right?
That was my junior year prom, and then senior year I made the song for our football team. I played football too all throughout high school, and that was crazy because that song I was one of the captains on the football team, and we had that song play on the stadium speakers while we were walking out for captains.
Oh, that's baller.
Yeah, so like it was like me and the 3 other captains went out for the coin toss, and like they're playing it on the stadium speakers as we were walking out. So like everyone in the crowd could hear it, just going across the whole stadium. And I made that song because we listened to that song before every single game. Every Friday night before we left the locker room, we played it and we were going ham to it before we walked outside to go through the tunnel. And I performed that song my senior year prom.
That's an epic way to end kind of that era.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. How do you think like people in the community really fucking with your music made you realize? Did it make you realize that this could be a real career path, or like how did it make you feel about your music?
At first, I didn't really realize what I was doing until after the fact. And like after I got like to like college, and I look back and I'm like, whoa, like I really did all that. Like that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, you were just going through it. But to me,
I was just going through it, just like living. Like I was just making everything happen how like I pictured it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I look back on it and it's like, wow, like that really doesn't happen to people. And like it's definitely feeling like a blessed to be given those opportunities to be doing all that stuff that I did. And it definitely like encouraged me to keep on going even more. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, think about that. You like a lot of people make music, and they play it for their friends, and some people just don't believe in. Maybe they have a bad friend group, or maybe they have bad people they surround themselves with. But some people just like never get that recognition, and they give up.
Yeah.
They never have that community where that people are pushing them to do better. Yeah. People are playing their music and embracing their music, and then they give up. So I feel like that. I mean, that probably helped a lot.
No, definitely. Like, because at first people thought it was a joke. You know what I mean? Like, this kid's like coming from a small town. Like, this is not gonna happen. This and that, and like, it just kind of goes to show that, like, I mean, if you really want to like work towards something, you really put your heart in your mind to something, like, you can make it happen no matter regardless what people say. Because they say like it wasn't all like. It wasn't all like love and like support at first, you know what I mean? Like, definitely had to grind out and like exactly, and like overcome what like people hating on it, but like eventually they're gonna come around, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like I ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Like I gotta prove this to myself.
That's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, cause really, people will hop on the train once it's already left the station.
Yeah.
Once you got your shit rolling, once you have everything already set up from the hard work that you already did, then people want to fuck with you.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, there will always be somebody out there, like, even if, say they didn't play your music at the football team, there might be that few people that really fuck with you. That like they're like, oh, they really support you. And I think that's like,
yep, I agree.
People need to surround themselves with more people like that.
Yeah, like I was one mindset I always had too is like it's okay if y'all don't like it. I got people over here that like it. I'm gonna go focus on them. You know what I mean? Like
even a friend that says, hey man, I think this song, I don't know about this song, like maybe fix a few things in there, like. It's good to have friends that can criticize something that you do, but in a good way.
Yeah, 100%.
Like no one wants an asshole that says, dude, Like you play a song and they're talking behind you like, oh dude, this song's like you don't want to surround yourself with those people.
Definitely not. It definitely starts about who you surround yourself with.
100%.
And that's definitely like I feel like blessed to come into like Doobie Gang, because you know what I mean, there's a lot of people on the same mission and like give constructive criticism and like give support and like give just like feeding off each other's energy like in a good way.
Right.
And, like it was definitely a good like support group to like enter into, because like we all on the same mission here, on the same page. And
I love that. And so Doobie Gang, how did that kind of start with you being in it? Like, I want to know who's in it. I want to know all about.
Yeah, Doobie Gang consists of
let's hear it.
Like 5 people.
Okay.
We got it's me. Like I was just recently joined like about like a year ago, and right. Doobie Gang was a thing before I even joined it, and it consisted of A Bob and Nubis, and we got Nelson in it, and then Hazmat. He's in it. He's our DJ. He recently started like rapping too, and like pretty good.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, definitely. I've heard him. Yeah, really nice.
And definitely, we're all just doing our thing, and they at first it was just A Bob and Nubis. Like at first it was just them two, and then they met Nelson in line for a concert. I think it was a casket concert like they're in line for. Okay. They met Nelson. They linked up, and then they met Hazmat. I'm pretty sure they met Hazmat at a show, and they all linked up together. I know Hazmat and Nelson moved to DeFi to move in to the Doobie Den. We call it the Doobie Den's Doobie Gang house that we had. And then I came in like a year, like the year I graduated, like that summer going into is when I met like all of them. Started linking up, and then went on tour with them, and then it kind of like after that kind of became like a part of the group.
Yeah. All right. So let's peel it back a little bit. Doobie Gang is a collective in, or a group originated in DeFi.
Yep.
Okay.
In DeFi.
So Defiance, Ohio. You guys originated. It was already there before. It was like okay.
Yep.
What kind of made you want to join the group initially? Because I know you graduated, right? And you were going to BG in the fall.
Yep.
Which isn't that far away from Defiance.
It's like about like 40 minutes away. It ain't that far.
But still, it's like you joined a group when you were, that summer when you knew you were about to leave.
Yeah, well, like
even though it's still 40 minutes, because at first, long drive.
At first, I wasn't even like gonna join them. You know what I mean? We were just gonna be like, we were always just like be close. You know what I mean? Like we were always like homies. You know what I mean?
What was
like,
the idea behind
link up? You know what I mean? And like help each other out. Like that's how it was at first. Because like I said, I had my own thing going on first. I had that Roboto Romigo going on, and then like we were always gonna be cool and like link up and stuff and help each other out. But it wasn't until like after I came back to after that year of college when I came back is when like we really like started linking up and like got together. Because at first I wasn't even like thinking about even joining Doobie Gang. But like the universe like has to happen like that happened like the way it happened. And like I'm feel blessed it did happen the way it happened, because I mean I joined like I was supposed to be there with them. You know what I mean? Like we were supposed to link up together and like be Doobie Gang. So I definitely feel like that's how it happened. Because at first I wasn't even like I wasn't even thinking about joining the group. You know what I mean? We were just gonna be like cool. You know what I mean?
I can come kick it. We can make some songs together.
Yeah.
I can dip out. But I think there's something powerful about joining a group, especially people with like-mindedness, and being able to push each other. Because once you join that group, you're probably like, oh, okay, well, this is my group now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like we're gonna make music together. We're gonna do this shit together, and we're all gonna push each other to go and get to where we want to be.
100%. Like
yeah,
exactly what it is.
So after you joined, did it kind of change how you made music at all? Did it influence you?
Oh yeah, it definitely influenced me like a bunch more. And like just like what we do and like how we move. Like we always like try to focus like on meditating and like just like trying to like be more in touch with ourselves. Is definitely helped out too with what I'm trying to do like as like a solo artist as well, because like we're all individuals, like our own solo artists. As a collective we're Doobie Gang, and like that's definitely helping me out trying to like reach myself like at a more personal level, just so I can portray to the world how like I want to like be and how like what I want to do.
Yeah. So you joined the group that summer, then you went to school in BG. What was the idea of going to BG? Were you still like, I'm gonna go pursue a degree and then do music stuff on the side?
Yeah, because I mean that's what I was going for. I was going for like media productions and like engineering, music engineering. So I was going to BG for that, and then I started getting a little bit more traction like being in BG, and then like I remember specifically I was in like a class and we had to edit this video for this guy. Like I wish I could remember his name, but he was like a media guy in the media world. And he was talking about how he dropped out of school to go pursue what he wanted to do. And once I heard that, I'm like, well, what am I doing here? I already got something going on. Like if I put my full attention to this, like I can really make this happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And then that's kind of when I decided that like I wasn't gonna go back to school, and like I just really wanted to focus on what I was doing.
That's a big step.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's definitely
that's a scary step.
Leap of faith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I put it all I put it all on the line for what I wanted to happen, and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's paying off. Like,
so is this like so is this speaking in like mid semester or
are you waiting? It's probably mid semester, probably like the end of the first semester.
But you're a sophomore, aren't you? Weren't you a sophomore?
I was a freshman.
So yeah, but when you dropped out, you were.
I was supposed to be a sophomore. I was supposed to go into my sophomore year.
Got you. So you pretty much finished up like that last
freshman year.
Got you. Okay, so I'm with you.
And so you didn't get too much into it. You're lucky.
Yeah. See, I already did it 1 year. You know what I mean? And at first I wasn't even like thinking about going to school. Like I was fully committed on like, all right, I'm gonna go pursue like just music. I'm gonna go do this. And then talking to my family and stuff, I was like, I just go for a year. You know what I mean? Try it out. See what happens. Like it's
probably helped with connections.
Oh, 100%. Like I met a lot of people on BG. Like shout out my boys in BG. I met a lot of people there. I met y'all in BG. You know what I mean? Like. Definitely made a lot of good connections, and definitely glad I went.
I definitely think everything is meant to be. Yeah. Everything is meant to be like you network, you meet these people in life, and it might not be that month or that moment, but you can come back in 2 years or a year and contact those people.
Yeah, later, it made connections for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
Oh yeah,
that's super dope. Okay, like it's a huge. Well, most people say like it's a huge risk though too. Like to just like, you know how it is, standard of life. I'm gonna go to college, finish it, get the job, X, Y, Z.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they tell you to do and what do they want you to do. You know what I mean? I feel like if you want to go to college, I feel like you have to want to do it.
Right. Definitely.
100%. Or it's just a giant waste of money.
Exactly.
Where when you're being forced to do it, then you're not really getting the whole thing of college, right?
Exactly.
You know, you're paying to learn stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like if you don't want to go to college, then you're not going to want to learn stuff.
Yeah.
Then therefore, it's kind of just ineffective.
Yep, 100%. Like I never personally, I never seen like the point of college, but like for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never knock people who want to go to college. Like some people like they want to go pursue something, like they're gonna need that experience. They're gonna need that to go do what they want to do. And if that's a step you got to take to get where you want to go, that's a step you're gonna have to take.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of things that other than like the education aspect of college that makes it so great. And I'm sure, obviously 100%. You've experienced that. And college is an amazing thing. Yeah. It's just it shouldn't be priced as high as it is.
Yeah, no, definitely 100%.
That's the main problem with college. Like everybody actually should go to college just so they can experience things out of their comfort zone. Yeah. Just in general.
Especially even leaving home for the first time. You know what I mean? Like
but sometimes they need that push. Which is college is that push.
Yeah, and like that's good too. Like you want to like get out of your comfort zone and go chase what you want to do. Like definitely leaving home is a definite necessity for people to go chase their dreams.
Right, and but again, like what you said is like if you don't think college is right for you and you experienced it, like at least you said you went there, you know, and it's not for you. You're like, why am I going to waste this money that I know I could just use this time to go do something
and
more valuable
and invest the money in something even better, for myself, what I want to do.
Yeah. So, what did your parents really think about you taking that risk when you like told them like, hey, I think this is gonna be my last semester here?
I mean, at first, my family's like, they're a really hardworking family, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's been working since they were young. And, personally, I really don't know how, they really felt about it. Because, I did good in school, you know what I mean? I was in sports, I was a smart kid. But, that wasn't my passion, though. Like, my passion is making music, and, always has been since I was young. And as far as I'm concerned, they supported it, you know what I mean? They wanted to, personally, no one's going to see what your vision is until it actually happens, unfortunately.
Of course, yeah.
And they kind of we support you, but to me I felt like they wanted to see something, but I feel like I've been showing them what I'm actually doing, especially going on tour and everything, that definitely making something.
Was it kind of more so on the end of okay, you're not doing the college thing, but as long as you're working,
yeah, definitely. As long as I'm making money and got a job, you know what I mean.
Because everybody don't get those same type of parents.
Yeah.
Some people got the parents that no, you have to go to college.
You're supposed to do this,
X, Y, Z. So that's a blessing to just have some parents, be like, you know what? Okay, that's cool. You gonna get a job. and invest that money in your music career, let's go for it. That's a blessing.
Definitely as long as like support myself, you know what I mean? They're cool with it.
Okay.
So they'll always support you as long as you're maintaining your you're getting shit done that you have to get done. You're being responsible.
Exactly.
You have your priorities.
Everybody don't get those fans.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, some people though, think about it. Some people are like, oh, I'm pursuing music, and then like they end up in. Yeah. And who knows? But again, if your parents parented you well, then you're gonna know that your priorities need to be met, and then like you're gonna work hard to pursue.
Exactly.
Did at a young age did they teach you that work ethic that you bring to music?
100%. Like, I mean, yeah, definitely just always work hard for what you want and like what you need. So like I kind of just took that as like it's kind of different. You know what I mean? Ain't no one's ever no one in my family's ever done anything like this before. They always either like working in a job or like one of my cousins are going to college and like getting a degree and everything. But like me and my older cousin, like we're on a different path. You know what I mean? We were trying to make this music stuff happen. But I just took like working hard for what you want and what you need and took that work ethic and put it into something I wanted to do. Kind of just like flip the script a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's respect. Yeah. Do you, I definitely think that taking that step, even to realize that like this is what I need to do in order to pursue music as like a career. Because you could play it safe. You could have went to BGL 4 years and then did it on the side.
Yeah.
And like you didn't jump all feet in. You had 1 foot out. But like taking that risk, and even so the idea is like, okay, you left BG, right? And then the next step's what? You went on tour?
Yeah, literally like that's literally what happened
how did
a couple months later.
Yeah, so like how did that tour come along that you were like, okay, perfect opportunity for me to show that this is like a real thing and prove to myself that like this can be a real thing. I'm gonna go on tour.
Like yeah, cause like a tour that happened like, cause I mean personally like I didn't even know like tour was gonna happen so like a couple months like into the summer, like after probably around like end of July, like mid-August is probably like around the time I found out that like they're about to go on another tour. And like at first I was just gonna go with them just to get the experience, you know what I mean? I was just gonna help them out. Yeah, I was just gonna help them out and like I mean film, take pictures, whatever they wanted me to do, and like help sell merchandise, like whatever they needed me to do.
So who's this tour with? I don't think we've established.
When I opened up for Doobie. This was the second time Doobie Gang went on tour with Doobie. It was like when I went for his Faithfully Faded album. And I was just gonna go just for help, you know what I mean, just to get the experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like, whatever you could do.
Yeah, because I mean, like I knew I wanted to make music, and they're already doing their thing. And then the homie Nelson was like, "You want to hop on the song?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, bet." It's like, "All right, we're gonna perform this one." I'm like, "Oh, like, awesome!" Like, bet, say less. Like, I'm a game for it. You already know what I'm doing. And then we started making like more tracks, and then we added a whole set list, and then. Eventually, I was in the whole set list, so like now I was on tour with them, like performing and like doing live shows. And like once people seeing me like on stage as Doobie Gang, like you become Doobie Gang, like you become part of the group, and like that's kind of like how I played into that. But like at first, like when I first decided I wasn't gonna go to school, like that wasn't like I didn't know I was gonna go on tour at that point.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
It just like took a leap of faith, and like the universe made it happen. What it needed to happen.
Yeah, and then the tour came up, and you're like, "Oh, I'll take any chance." I'm sure you had to call off work. I'm sure you had to like.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you had to make some sacrifices to be able to go on tour.
We're talking about like a week or.
Oh yeah, how long was yeah?
Oh, tours like what? We're going probably for like November to just like probably about like a month or two.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So you took this leap of faith. You clearly couldn't work for 2 months.
Yeah, definitely. Like we're getting by selling merchandise. You know what I mean? Doing our thing, just getting getting money we can.
Yeah,
straight hustle.
Yeah, straight hustling out there. I mean, we were like you're on the road miles away from home. You know what I mean? But it's just definitely a great experience to do it like with your homies, like with your guys, and like
I'm sure it brought you guys closer together.
Yeah,
than
definitely,
for sure.
Definitely builds you up to the higher elevated level than.
Yeah, shit. We only went on like a 7-day tour.
Yeah, we was going on 7 days,
and that was crazy. I couldn't imagine a month and a half of that.
Yeah, we hit like.
I was drinking every day. Fuck. My liver would have been shot by the end of that.
That's what we were on. We definitely partying every night. Meeting a lot of people, And like a lot of great people too. You know what I mean? I feel like the media likes to portray like the world is like a bad place. You know, a lot of bad people. But if you actually go out there in the world, you meet so many good people, and like so many like just like awesome people.
Yeah, all over the place too.
Everywhere.
I think that's just like an amazing story because you was willing to do that like dirty work, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you came into it with the mindset like, you know, I'm the camera guy, I'm behind the scenes, and there's a lot of people that's not willing to do that. A lot of people feel like if I'm not performing, I'm not going.
Yeah,
right. You're not even a cameraman.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I went to school for a little bit, you know what I mean? But like, kind of like knew a little bit of it, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was just gonna go help out. Like I wasn't like just playing like my part for like.
I think that's the whole like just risk and reward concept. Because the thing is like, okay, you could be, you know, in Toledo making money at, you know, some factory or something that whole time. Your money's safe, not invested in the music. But you say, you know what, I want to be around these people that's, you know, they're doing their music at a great level. And just to be around that atmosphere, I'm going to learn something. And you look up, now you on the stage. Yeah. Like, but you got to put that risk in. Like a lot 100%. of people don't be willing to put in that dirty work behind the scenes, man.
Like I said, definitely, it's a big risk. It's a leap of faith, and like I feel like you put your faith in the hands of God. God's gonna make it happen for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you tell somebody that's listening to this right now, that's maybe like risk averse? They don't know if they should take the risk. They don't know, and like they're making music, and someone offers them to take this tour, but then, oh shit, you gotta take 2 months off work. How do you navigate that? What do you tell them? What do you sit down and look them in the eyes and you tell them?
I mean, personally, I'll tell them like to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you like you can't be 99% committed to doing something. You know, if it's really what you want to do, you can't be 99% committed to it. Like if you're gonna be, you gotta be 100% in. You gotta be full in that this is what you want your life to be. And if it's what you want your life to be, then you gotta go do it. Cause like one thing I feel like how I kind of used to look like in the past was like, I can't wait for my life to start. I can't wait to start living. I can't wait to wait for my life to start. But it's just like, kind of take a step back. It's like, bro, like you living right now. Like you alive right now. You living right now. You gotta go. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you want to do right now. And like that's how I kind of came to realize like a little bit ago that like that's what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do right now for what you want to do.
Yeah,
I feel that. Like, cause even though like he said, like the tour we went on was a week, it was still like, you know, it's that thin line where you're like, dang, I gotta take a week off work. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna be getting paid. I'm gonna be spending money out there. Yeah. How it's gonna work out? But like you said, you gotta live. You gotta do it. Get an experience.
I mean, let's say we could go any day. You know what I mean? Real talk. Like we could go any day. I like that's one thing too. Like I learned from like losing my cousin. Like, well, we can go any single day, and like whatever God's plan has, it's God's plan. Like I gotta live every single day like it's my last, and that's how I've been living my life. Like just doing it by being a doer.
Yeah,
just doing it.
I mean, yeah, it's a good like segue into your day. Yeah, into the doer game. But yeah, I mean, I think that you have to look yourself in the mirror and you have to really think about what you want, because you can say you want something. And you can be doing things to get to a certain place, but if you aren't 100% in, someone who is 100% in is going to pass you. Those opportunities that you aren't going to take because you're afraid to take that risk, someone else is going to take.
Yep.
You know, that position's always going to get filled. And that's why you have to hop on opportunities now. You have to hop on things where it might be scary, but hey, I could lose this job, but the opportunities could be better. You don't know. Exactly. You know, and life is way too short to just live in the not know area.
Yeah.
You know, 100%. I'd rather fucking know.
Yeah.
I'd rather go and just try it out and know this is the best I could have done in this situation.
Exactly.
And you know, life will go on. Say you do lose that job. There's another fucking job out there, no matter what.
I mean, there's always gonna be a way to make money.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's better to take the opportunities now than look back 50 years from now and look around and be like, damn, I really wish I would have took that risk. Yeah. Where would I have ended up? You know how that would have fucked me up so bad. That would fuck me up so bad if I was, 7-year-old Ty, and I'm like, I really wish I would have took that opportunity. And also though, I think we shouldn't dwell too much either. You know, as I said, I would hate to look back at that. Yeah. I also think it's not super smart to like just sit there and dwell on something, a decision you made.
Yeah. Like I said, that goes back to like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I firmly believe
everything.
Exactly. Literally everything. Like I said, like I met y'all like 2 years ago, and here we are now. You know what I mean? Like,
right, in Cleveland, not even not near BG.
Yeah, in Cleveland. You know
2.5 hours away.
Yup.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, yeah, let's take it back to, so you went on this tour, and then you moved to Cleveland?
No, I went on this tour, and then I moved to DeFi, because I lived in a small town right outside DeFi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that town called Hicksville, called the Ville.
Got you.
Yeah, and I lived there. It's probably like 10 minutes outside of DeFi. But I went on tour, and then after tour was over, I moved to DeFi with Hazmat and Bobski, and we're sitting there all together, just grinding, making it happen. And Nelson moved back to Cleveland, and but like we were coming up to Cleveland like every week to record at Invasion Studios. Like shout out all homies at Invasion, and we were coming like every week to come record new songs. And then eventually we were like, oh, we gotta move to Cleveland. You know, we can't make these 3-hour, 4-hour drives to Cleveland. Right. And like 6-hour drives there and back like every week. It's like we might as well move out there. That's where the people are at. So we moved out here. Our homie Nelson, he's already out here too. So like that's what it felt right to move out here to Cleveland. And like so far, like it's been great. You know what I mean? Everything's been happening. Been doing like photo shoots. We're about to get a music video in. We shot some music videos out here. We could hit the studio every week to record. And like we 15 minutes away from the studio. So like that's like kind of the biggest thing for us. Like we wanted to grow our content. We wanted to keep on getting better. We kind of keep on elevating ourselves. And like feel like Cleveland was the best spot to do it for right now.
So did y'all even like, because it seemed like it's a whole nother world that I don't even know that y'all might have had thought about. But what I would be thinking about, like if I was in D5 and I was looking at Cleveland, I would be thinking about like the House of Blues, the Agora, the radio station being bigger.
Yeah.
So did y'all like calculate that in the equation? Or was it?
Yeah. Because we definitely knew like there was a way bigger scene like over here than was back there. Because we created the scene in DeFi. Like there was no music scene out there. You know what I mean? Like we created it. Like now you look at DeFi, like there's little artists coming up. You know what I mean? Right. They're putting the work in. They want to do it because like they just sit there and watch us do what we did and like what we're continuing to do. And like it makes me look back and I'm like, wow, like we were out here changing people's lives. Like we were making people want to pursue what they want to pursue and like do it like so boldly and like discarding like hatred that people get for like trying to stand out or trying to like make something out of the ordinary for themselves.
Yeah.
And like it's just definitely really cool looking back at those artists and like we started that. Like we started that because there was no music scene out there before it was us. Yeah, and
this is a great place to join a bigger music scene.
Exactly.
You know, because I'm sure you grew out of Defiance. Cause
I feel like we did everything that we could do there. You know what I mean? Like we're definitely still gonna go back. Like so we're about to go back there this weekend for July 4th and like do a show out there. Like always gonna go back and like show love and support out there. But I feel like I think we did what we had to do out there and like we're trying to keep on moving on up, keep on elevating ourselves and elevating our platform with what we're doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, moving to Cleveland was even another risk. Yeah. You know? Like moving to a whole city 2.5 hours over where you know people, you know some people here, but you don't know the whole music scene.
Yeah.
You don't know what's really going on downtown Cleveland. You know, you can hear stuff, but you haven't experienced it that fully. And there's a lot going on here. But it sucks that you kind of came here in the time of COVID, where this summer probably would have been a game changer for you guys. You know, like. That is crazy because, like, this summer might have been totally different. I just imagine what summer would have been like. None of this shit.
For real, huh?
Like, for everybody. Just for everybody in general. Like, I'm just, like, here. Like, it would have been a probably lit-ass summer. 2020, new decade.
Yeah. No, I feel like, everything happens for a reason, though. You know what I mean? Like, we cooped up in the studio grinding, making hella new music. You know what I mean? Like
less distractions.
Yeah, definitely trying to get better. So like when everything does start opening up fully, we know about to come through full throttle.
Yeah, I mean you're still working. You still got like these little concerts that you're doing. You know, obviously the big, huge ones aren't open fully yet, and probably won't be for another, probably next summer, honestly. Yeah. But I mean I respect that. Like you move here, you're still grinding. You know.
Yeah.
You guys got an apartment over here. What's so important to you guys about sticking with the Invasion Studios. So you guys were driving from DeFi to here to use the studio. Why that studio? Why is that so important in your
Because I've been
creation?
like what I said, when I first started making music, I got mixed and mastered and like did everything myself, like on my MacBook, like using GarageBand.
Right.
Like that's how I first started out. And like we knew that like we needed to hit that next quality of sound, like a sound music. And like Adi Ray, like he's a producer and engineer, and like we definitely, like when we first linked up with him, like it just like felt right. Like Adi Ray, like I feel like he like the GOAT what he's doing. And we built like a great connection with Invasion. It's like we always wanted to stick with Invasion because like they showed faith in us as much as we showed faith in them, and they definitely had a lot of support for each other. So like we definitely like respected like Invasion to like stick with them, and like
because you could have went to any. I mean, there's studios in Toledo, BG. Like there's various studios around.
It's definitely more of like. Definitely more like the connection that we made.
The collaboration process. Yeah. So let me ask you, what is so important about building that connection and building a relationship, especially with someone that does your recordings or someone that maybe does your videos or photo shoots or stuff like that? Do you think that's super important as an artist to have those connections?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like definitely. Like this like music is so like portrayed to be such like a business type thing, and like it is a business, but like like all this stuff's supposed to be fun, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be fun. At the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun, and like what's more fun than connecting with people, that like do like that all come together to make one big thing happen. Like that's like the best thing ever, you know what I mean? And like linking up with people, like making friends, making memories, and like making just great content for other people to enjoy too. Like at the end of the day, like that's like the biggest thing that I see. Like this stuff's supposed to be fun. Yeah. So why not do it with your homies? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And plus, I feel like building that connection makes it easier in the aspect of you can go in the studio and you have an idea of what you want. And they already know that.
Yeah, like it definitely.
They already add in that little reverb or that little.
It's kind of like what they like say like, kind of like you're playing sports. Like you have your teammates always hanging out together. Like they build chemistry. Yeah. It's kind of like the same thing like in music. You out here with photographers, like music video guys, and like engineers and stuff like that. You're just building that chemistry. You're building that bond that like you can just feed off each other's energy and like have an understanding of like what.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, I think. Yeah. Having a clear understanding, because, I mean, as a music video director myself, that is something that can be difficult at times, especially with new people. Yeah. You know, everyone has their own vision. Everyone and it's like, let's not make it about you're my customer, you're the paying customer. Let's make it more of like a collaboration. I always look at it in a collaboration aspect. 100%. Because
that's how it should be.
Because, I mean, yes, like, you are paying me to create a video, but at the same time you're paying for my art. Yeah. So it's not going to be just what you want. You know, it's going to be like, I want to take your idea into how I can visually see it.
And that's comes part about being like an artist. You taking pride in your craft. Like that's such a good thing. You know what I mean? Like definitely like collaborate together.
Yeah, know the business side of it, but don't let it fool you. It's still an art. Yeah, 100%. Like people are still creating things. Yep. You know, and it's not going to be the exact way you'll think about it, because another human being has a totally different mindset, totally different way of how they picture things. You know, like you can hit up somebody about a logo, and you're like, oh, I want this, specific, and they might come out with something a little different than what you thought. But I think that is what's beautiful about it, because it might be better.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely like just taking other people's like perspectives into like account. And, like just definitely like looking at it from more than one different angle. It's like definitely a very good positive thing to be doing.
100%. I'm sure you see that with being in Doobie Gang as a group. Like, I'm curious to know, wonder if maybe if you guys would ever went on tour if you were in a group. You know, like that's
100%. Like, yeah. I mean, think about that all the time. Like.
Yeah, that's like amazing that you were able to, join this group, go on tour, move to Cleveland, be in the music scene in Cleveland, build that connection at the studio, and continue to like grow your networking opportunities here.
100%, definitely.
People don't leave their hometown.
Yeah, they don't. And like my hometown is like big example of it. You know what I mean? And like I said, if you really want to do something, you gotta leave your hometown. You gotta leave the nest. You have to.
Always gotta leave
you
the
gotta
nest.
leave the nest.
Like you don't even have to go. See, I think the misconception is that, oh man, like I didn't go to college. I'm just gonna stay here and just do nothing. Like college is a perfect excuse to leave town, but like you can just go out and leave, dude. Like tomorrow I could be in fucking Atlanta if I really wanted to.
Yeah. I say you won't have to like leave to network. So like even if you grow up in LA don't have all the outlets that New York might have.
Yeah.
So you might have to go to New York and get that interview from so and so, go to that radio station to build your brand. So to build your brand, you're gonna have to network. Like it's no getting around that. No matter where you start at or where you live.
Yeah.
So, because I know some people have a misconception like, oh man, if I just grew up in Atlanta, if I just grew up in New York, if I just grew up in LA,
it's not like that anymore.
It might have helped a little bit, but you was gonna still have to network in a different city with the right people and combine those things together.
Yeah, because it's just that much more saturated. Too.
I mean, it's actually especially like the time we're living right now with social media, like definitely linking up with people literally across the world or across the country, like definitely a big thing. Like I got a guy from LA right now doing my artwork, like for my next upcoming album, Vato Season. Like he from LA, and I probably would have never even met him if it wasn't for social media. You know what I mean? And like it definitely like the world of social media, like growing up in this time is definitely beneficial. Like you don't have to be from a certain place anymore to make music. Like now you can be from anywhere doing anything
to catch a following. Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, social media has opened this like gateway. It has its pluses and minuses. Obviously, like the minus is like it's saturated.
Yeah.
The plus is that, if you're talented, it can shine through all the bullshit. 100%. And you can meet people that you never would have met.
As long as you keep it real to yourself, it's gonna be real to other people.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
It's real Vato Real Migo right there.
So at first I thought you say real Vato Real Migo?
Yeah.
I thought you said Roboto the Real Migo. Nah. I was like, damn, that'd be dude. What if you had like a robot? Like, that was like your dude. That was like Robot the Real Migo, and he was like your robot sidekick.
I mean,
on stage. I'm telling you, man. Maybe on stage one day you build like a robot, like.
That'd be wild.
No, definitely, that'd definitely be crazy.
Real Vato, real. Yeah.
That definitely play a whole different perspective on it. Yeah.
All right. Will, you want to say anything else?
Nah, man. I just feel like it's been dope to break down the story and get a better understanding of where the culture comes from in the music, and just kind of like how you even like took those risks. Everybody don't take those risks.
Yeah, appreciate that for real.
You're taking those risks and you're giving back.
Yeah, definitely. It feels good. You know what I mean? I feel blessed to be doing what I'm doing right now, and like thank God for every opportunity He's given me so far. I just want to keep on going, keep on growing, keep on growing myself, and help other people grow to do what they want to do, whatever it is they want to do. Yeah. And that's all you can do. And you're taking this. I just want to tell you, you're taking the right steps. I see it, dude. Like, all these steps, they may seem small now, but they're going to seem massive in the future where you're like, oh, wow, that makes sense why I did this, why I did that, why I did that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like why certain things happen the way they happen. But
you're making those steps towards the right direction, which ultimately will land you in where you want to be at. Yeah, I feel that. Well, it's been real, and thanks for being on here, man. Nah, man, thank you for having me, for real. It's definitely... Yeah, it's been a great... definitely a great experience being on here with y'all. And I'm glad you're in Cleveland, though, so we can kick it more. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, if I can welcome you to the city, and you gotta go out sometime. Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Try out the bars downtown. Hit the town, you know what I mean? Hit the town, network. Once the time's right, we get some shows going. Yep, definitely. Yeah, definitely do all this stuff. For sure. So, where can the audience find you on social media? Yeah, you gotta follow me at OAO 419 everywhere. Y'all can add me on Snapchat too. I post a lot of my content on there. It's OAO 419. Visit my website, realvatorealmigo.com. You follow Doer Gang at Doer Gang, DOER Gang, and follow me. Come see what the movement's all about. Yeah, check them out. Yeah, see what all this talk is about. I'm gonna give you all. I gotta get hit. Definitely. I'll give you these. I just got these in. What is those? Give y'all each one of those stickers. OAO Monci stickers. Oh, that's dope. Yeah. So actually, I did want to bring up What does OAO stand for?
OAO stands for one and only. Let's look at the OAO.
Okay.
One and only. And Monci, my last name is Monci Vice, and Monci is the first 4 letters of Monci Vice. And like, I got the nickname Monci like in the 8th grade, like during football.
It's a dope.
So like at first I was just OAO for like the longest time, and then came around like my senior year, I added Monci to it. OAO Monci had a nice ring to it. And
you got the VM Roboto.
Yeah, Roboto. I got that tatted on me when I was 17. Right here. It's been there since.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I already knew it was gonna happen.
Real deal.
Back then.
I like these stickers, man. These are dope.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, OAO Monci through Sabas.
Awesome.
Sauce.
Hell yeah. Fucking dope ass shit. Here.
Definitely
let's get a cheer in. Even you're empty, but it's whatever. Anyways, thank you all for listening and watching. It's your boy Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
It's OAO Monci through Sabas.
Yes, sir. So I'll see y'all next week. Keep it real.
Catch y'all later.
Hey.
Thank you all for listening and joining us on another episode of the Stirfry. All the music was created by Steve Ozell. Check him out on all streaming services at Stevo Music, spelled ST3V30 Music. Also, if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. We'd greatly appreciate it. And see you next Tuesday when we talk with Don Chris. He is the creator of the app called Catch App, an app set to change the nightlife industry forever. He has a really amazing story, so you won't want to miss it. And so see you next week, y'all.